This is Jonathan Agger of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Mick Conlan. Big day. It's announced that you are signed with Wasserman Boxing. You're making a return March 7th in Brighton. Mick, it's good to see you back. Tell us what you've been up to. Obviously, change of trainer, change of promotional, change of everything.
Yeah. No, it's a fresh start. In every sense, I'm training now in Sheffield with Grant Smith, really enjoying it. Now same with Wasserman. Really excited. I think it's the right stage in my career for where I'm at, the right place to be, the right plan going forward. So I'm happy. Yeah.
Now, obviously, despite the loss, you're still one of the biggest draws probably in the UK and Ireland. The tickets you sell. So, did you have a lot of promoters that still wanted you after the last fight?
I didn't even really speak and reach out to much. I spoke to Nissa, I spoke to a few others, and they were all kind of coming in wanting to get it done, but I thought this was the right move for me. Wasserman and how big Wasserman are with Nissa and Kala and the relationship I have with them anyway, it was always going to be the kind of right move now.
A lot of people have spoke to you today about were you considering retirement, and you said in another interview about a conversation you had with Stephen Smith. Talk to us about that and what he was saying to you that made you that helped you to continue fighting.
Yeah, listen, I spoke to Swifty for a while. He's one of the few people who did reach out after I lost and just check in on me and stuff, and I really appreciated it. Because I was in a dark place after my last fight. A lot of shit going on in life, and then obviously just losing, you're going, fuck me, what the hell's going on? So yeah, I was saying to him this night, I think that's it, and he says, Mick, just think about it. Don't rush your decision. Take your time, because you don't want to get to my age and think that maybe I should have done, maybe I should have kept going, maybe I should try it one more time. You don't want to be in that position. It's not a nice place to be. And I was like, you know what, he's right. But even that wasn't like bang on. That was me, right, I'm back. It still took me time to kind of process things myself. I didn't rush into anything then. I don't think I even announced that I would go again till probably June or July or something like that. It was late enough. But I probably came to the decision by March time. Because I was training for a marathon, and I was getting up at 5 a.m, 6 a.m. in the pissing cold and rain, and going, you don't get paid to do stuff. Like, what the fuck am I doing? But no, it was the marathon, running the marathon helped me actually in fairness as well, because you're out there by yourself. You're on 20 miles up and down training in the cold by yourself, and you're just with yourself with your own thoughts, and you go into some dark places when you're doing that there, but it was the right places to be at the right time.
There's no divine right for any fighter, I guess, to win a world title, but there's been fighters with far less talent than you that have won a world title. Was that something that you need for you to walk away to win that world title, to live up to your potential?
For myself, yeah. Other people could say different, but for myself, yeah, listen, I always says I want to be world champion, and my goal was to be a world champion. I know I had the ability, the mindset, the dedication, everything to be a world champion, but boxing ain't about, how much you want it or how hard you train or how good you are. Luck is involved, and, you need a bit of luck, and, unfortunately enough, in the big ones where I've needed the luck, it hasn't came. And people say make your own luck and stuff, but no, listen, I think it's all part of it. Things happen the way they're meant to happen for the right reasons. So, now we have one more go at it. I'll be world champion, and this story will be even better. So, yeah.
Obviously, you've got that comeback fight on March 7th, and then, do you look at the other guys? We've got Figueroa Fulton fighting this weekend in a world title fight. You've got, Carrington, who's becoming a big name over in the States. Do you look at all these guys and say, look, give me one or two fights and let's go with all of them?
I don't look at any of them. I actually don't. I couldn't tell you the world champions, bar probably Nick Paul, because it's been so publicised with him fighting on the Saturday shows. I don't look at any of them. I'm not focused on any of them. I'm not going, I want this one, I want that one. I just need to be me and get back to the best me, and then it doesn't matter which one it is really. Just get back to yourself, get back to being the best you, and then we'll be happy to roll the dice in. Do
you feel like Grant Smith's getting you back to the best version of yourself?
Definitely. I think, listen, Grant's a fantastic coach, a fantastic man. He's a man's man, and little things, tweaking little things, not changing me, not trying to change my boxing style at all, but just helping me tweak little mistakes which I know I make, and I don't get pulled up on enough. So the fact that he's pulled me up on him as much as what he is, I'm happy. So yeah, it's the right coach, someone who cares about his fighters, and I like the fact that he's very vocal in the corner as well. I think that's brilliant. When it's against you, it's a fucking nightmare, but when it's for you, it's class.
How does he compare to Adam Booth, another top coach that you've worked with, and Pedro Diaz? You've worked with a lot of top coaches. So how does Grant compare to like those guys?
Yeah, listen, it's hard. It's a hard question to answer to anybody. Like, when people try to make you compare coaches, who was better? They were all great coaches, and they were all great at the time I was training with them. Pedro, fantastic coach, one of the best coaches I've ever worked with. So knowledgeable, so in tune. Probably just not enough time together for a fight. We had 6 weeks of training together, language barrier and stuff in between. But his wife Yami, she was fantastic. She always kind of helped translate and stuff. Adam was fantastic. I was with him for most of my career. We had a great relationship in the ring as well. And then Manny Robles as well. I trained with Manny at the start of my career, and Manny was, I had more of a bloody personal relationship with Manny, and still do, than training. We were good friends, and he's a great guy. But at the same time, I was very grateful and thankful for him, because that was the start of my career, and it helped me kind of learn a different style of boxing in terms of the Mexican style. So, all great coaches. All great people as well, so yeah.
March 7th, after your fight, you've got the main event with Harlem Eubank and Tyron McKenna. Is it going to be a difficult watch?
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult because I'm friends of both. I didn't like the fight being done because I am friends of both of them, but it's going to be a great fight, I think, and a very hard fight for both guys. I'm really interested in see how it goes, but I wish there was no loser. That's all I could say on that one.
Two more. Leigh Wood is, one of the best fights probably of this, decade, however many years. Is that a fight, do you think, that will happen and should happen before you both call it a day?
I would love it to. I think it's a big enough fight for a Saudi show if that was a possibility. The rematch there would be fantastic. It's always a fight that I wanted to have. I know that after the first fight, his coach didn't allow the rematch because he got some shit in the press conference. But that's just the way boxing is, isn't it? Some people have big egos and don't like anybody denting them. But yeah, listen, 100%. I would love that fight. It looks like he's going to fight Anto Kakachi. I don't think he beats Anto, but if he does, it's good for me in terms of if there's a world title there to fight for. I suppose actually it's not going to be. It's going to be for an IBO, isn't it? So it's still, listen, if he wins or loses, that's a fight that can still be done. Because that's a rematch everybody would want to see. People would probably be saying it's probably past the sell-by date now, but everybody would want to see it still. So yeah.
And a guy who you've never got in the ring with, but a fight between you two, Josh Warrington, you're both massive ticket sellers, sell out in Ireland, Leeds, wherever you want it. Do you think that's the fight that could happen?
I think that's a fight deserving for New York, for MSG. I know Josh has always wanted to go to MSG. I've fought in MSG so many times. I know I can do a great ticket in MSG, and Josh would do a great ticket there too. So that's definitely one that I would like. Josh seems like a lovely fella. I've met him and he's a nice guy, but he comes across, and I think his persona and stuff is he's a man's man kind of thing, and he seems like a good guy. So a potential fight between me and him has always been spoke about. It's been a fight that I've always been up for. So yeah, that down the lane definitely.
Last one, April 26th, Benn and Eubank. What's your prediction for the fight?
I'm going to say Eubank. I don't agree with the rehydration clause, but you know, it is what it is, I suppose. So yeah, I'm going to say Eubank.
Mick, appreciate your time. Good to see you back, March 7th. Don't miss him, Channel 5. And yeah, hopefully a big 2025.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.